Welcome back to Dragonfall. We've talked to some locals who seem to be trying to hack as technology or at least steal some of their power, which, you know, fair enough. Now that I actually pull back and take a good look at this, I think this is their shop and the solar panels here are theirs. That's what they were talking about. I'm not sure whether this is a way in or not. I could just go run around and do the other things, but I'm hoping that given that this is the marker, I'm just going to go down the hatch and see what happens. I'm hoping this is simple. Somebody spent a fair amount of money on this utility hatch. It's plastered with anti-tampering warnings to prove it. Take a closer look. A cursory inspection shows you that the hatch has been mag-locked. A fairly sophisticated model from the looks of it. Short of using an authorized keycard, there's no way you're getting past this thing. Insert your keycard. The indicator light on the mag lock changes from red to green. There is an audible thunk and the hatch pops open, revealing a ladder leading down to the utility tunnel below. Alright, here's hoping. Well, it hasn't locked us in yet. The lock appears to be short-circuited. Okay, this does look like it's going towards the facility, so maybe... that looks like a person and at least 2 drones. I assume that's her, their friend. In an instant, you size up the scene playing out in front of you. A young elf dressed in the same shabby chic clothes that the cafe kids were. Danny, cornered with no place to run. A pair of vast technology security drones closing in for the kill. The drones are low grade, but they're armed, and Danny's hands are empty. She's in trouble, and she knows it. The futility of her situation is written all over her face. Well, it's a good thing that we didn't, you know, stand around talking a whole bunch. An instant later, the drone sensor alert them to your presence. They spin in unison to face you. Intruders detected. Weapons detected. Lethal force authorized. Danny's eyes widen, and then she hits the deck. The panic spills out of her in a scream. Look out! Alright, this should be easy, right? Oh, they're literally giving us like free shots on them. Okay, well, that was easy. The easiest combat we've ever done. Alright. Danny looks you up and down. When she's finished sizing you up, she puts her hands on her hips and smiles. Thanks for the rescue. It takes a pair to bring a weapon into Azzy territory. Everyone knows they shoot first if you're packing. I wouldn't have risked it. Heinrich and Mira sent me. They're worried about you. Oh, Heinrich worries about everything. Price of being a dad, I guess. She smiles. Mira's got faith in me, though. Anyway, yeah, I'll admit it. I got in over my head. But only a little bit. The drones wouldn't have shot me. I wasn't armed. But I wasn't looking forward to spending the next week in an Azzy interrogation cell. I've heard stories. They're true, love. He shakes his head at her. Word to the wise. If you're fool enough to try something like this again, carry a gun. Better to be shot than to let them take you. I'll take your word for it. I'm not planning on making a habit of this. She slaps the side of the power conduit with a smile. And I shouldn't need to. The tap's all hooked up and ready. Impressive. Heinrich wasn't convinced that you could pull it off. Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can teach yourself to do when your livelihood depends on it. Blitz leans in to inspect her work. Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid connection. Nice soldering job on those contacts there. I'd say you're good to go. He straightens, casts a glance back at you. You know, Chief, we could use this setup to our advantage. It wouldn't be too hard for me to manufacture a power spike from here. We could overload the Azzy's power grid. Without disabling the generator's safety overrides, it wouldn't cause any permanent damage, but the confusion might give us an opening to get into the building. He shrugs. Your call, of course. Just thought I should bring it up. Danny's eyes go wide. Whoa, hold up. If you do that, they'll trace it. As technology will find the power tap and they'll come down on us. Oh boy. I don't like any of these answers. Wait. I don't have an option to just say no? We can make it worth your while. No, you can't. There's nothing you could give us that would make up for what you're talking about doing. So please just drop it, okay? You're right. Nobody needs that kind of heat. I'll find another way in. I don't like how they delivered that. That really made it feel like a foregone conclusion that we were going to do it. She breathes a sigh of relief. Thanks. You know, some people say that Shadowrunners are ruthless criminals, guns for hire, just out for the money. It's good to see that isn't always the case. I'm going to bail on out of here. I've been stuck in this tunnel too long already, and like you said, the others are worried. But if there's anything we can do for you, come by the shop. You'll be welcome at our place for life. Well. Let's see here. I guess we should just... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I still have the option to do it. Interesting. I wouldn't want to do that, but... let's see. Is that really all there is? That's a little... It's kind of nothing. I wonder if there's more... Okay, there's more up here. Danny looks up at you with a smile. There she is, our hero. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for bringing her back to us. Yeah, thanks. And thank you for helping to keep the Azzies off our tails. If Danny had been captured, it would have been bad. She reaches up, grabs Danny's hand, clutches it tight. Worse than bad, babe. A lot worse. She looks down at Mira and smiles, squeezes her hand tight. Anyway, thanks for the rescue. Thanks again for the rescue. We all owe you a lot. If there's ever anything that any of us can do for you, you just let us know. I wonder if that's... I mean, we don't have an interaction. I wonder if that will come into play later? Or maybe it was just there so we could get a bit of karma and have the option to kill the power? I don't know. I still have the prompt to go down the hatch, so I suppose I could always go back on my word if I was a real asshole. Who the fuck is that? That guy looks spooky. What's up, dude? You just hanging out? Oh, there is another prompt. Okay. LTG worker. I assume... Wait, can I look at it with it? I was worried it was going to make me run in there to look at this. Cheap corporate art. Looks like marble from a distance, but up close it's clearly made of injection molded plasticrete. Okay, I don't think talking with the guards is my best choice. So let's do a quick save unless this goes bad, because this is still an Az technology worker, I think. This LTG tech's coveralls are smeared with sweat and grime. A scowl is plastered across her face. She takes a quick glance at you, then turns back to her work. Unless you're here to help me fix this panel, you better stay the hell out of my hair. Otherwise, I'll call security out and have them drag you out. Have Blitz take a look at the panel. Quickly, Blitz shows her the problem, 2 mismatched connections. Hey, yeah, you're right. She looks up at you. The scowl disappeared from her face, but she doesn't look happy either. Look, I really appreciate the help, but I have to do this myself. I'm already way behind, and corporate's gonna have my ass if I don't get it done before lunch. Isn't it like the middle of the night? Wow, these are some options. You will use charisma, obviously. You know, if you're that far behind, you could always go catch up on your other work. Leave me to work on the panel. It'd be no trouble. A confused scowl crosses her face. I don't even know you, buddy. Why in God's name would I leave you alone with a panel that I'm responsible for? When did Aztechnology ever do anything for you, aside from working you half to death? Let me take care of the panel, and you can clock out early. I'll even spread a little spending money your way. You make a compelling argument. This job has been a load of dreck since they canned my assistant. Screw it. The panel's all yours. I'm off to find a pub. So not that much more work, I guess. Why are we black? Oh, they drove away, I guess. Well, okay then. That was pretty easy. I guess it's not going to matter whether we fix this or not, since we're going to level the building. So... This panel is a mess. Lock on the casing has been broken, and exposed cabling spills out in a number of places. Have your decker override the controls for the loading dock door. Alright, we have our way in. I think that's probably everything out here and our best option going forward. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to cut the episode and we'll enter the building when we come back. See you guys then.